Hello, this is Keith Terry with Raven IT. The following is a full tutorial for UniFLOW printing for both students and teachers. This will include first-time setup, multiple scenarios with examples, and troubleshooting. This video is designed to be skipped around as it has lots of overlap, so this YouTube video will have chapters and timestamps to get you exactly where you need to be for your printing solutions. So without further ado, let's begin. This section will focus on first-time setup of UniFLOW on a Chromebook, and can be followed by both teachers and students. First, open your Chromebook to any tab on the internet. At the top toolbar of Chrome, you should see an icon with 3 squares. This is the UniFLOW logo. Clicking on that logo will bring up a window with a blue button asking you to sign in. Clicking on the sign in button will now make 2 more buttons appear. The buttons are Robbinsville Public Schools or arvilleschools.org. The first, Robbinsville Public Schools, will ask you to sign in with your Microsoft account, while arvilleschools.org will ask you to sign in with your Google account. Since we're using Chromebooks, for simplicity's sake, we'll be selecting arvilleschools.org and signing into UniFLOW through Google. After signing in, you'll reach a tab that says All Done. Now, upon clicking on the UniFLOW icon on the top right, you'll be given a link to robbinsville.us.uniflowonline.com. Click on this to continue. You've now reached the UniFLOW Dashboard. Confirm that your email is the same you logged in with, and take note of the PIN. Your PIN is private to you, and it's how you'll access your account upon physically reaching a printer. Press the 3 dots and Show PIN Code button to reveal your private access PIN. That's the end of the Chromebook section. If you solely plan on printing on a Chromebook, please skip to the Printing via UniFLOW chapter. Otherwise, continue watching to learn how to set up printing from a desktop computer or Promethean board. This section will focus on first-time setup of UniFLOW on a desktop computer or Promethean board and can be followed by teachers. Before any instructions, first take note if UniFLOW is on your desktop as an app. We can check this by clicking on this arrow here at the bottom right and looking for the UniFLOW logo, being the one with the 3 squares. Now we'll be opening Google Chrome and checking the top toolbar for the same UniFLOW logo. Clicking on that logo will bring up a window with a blue button asking you to sign in. Clicking on the sign in button will now make 2 more buttons appear. The buttons are Robbinsville Public Schools or arvilleschools.org. The first, Robbinsville Public Schools, will ask you to sign in with your Microsoft account, while arvilleschools.org will ask you to sign in with your Google account. Since we're on desktop, we'll be selecting Robbinsville Public Schools and signing into UniFLOW via Microsoft. After signing in, you'll reach a tab that says All Done. Now, upon clicking on the UniFLOW icon on the top right, you'll be given a link to robbinsville.us.uniflowonline.com. Click on this to continue. You've now reached the UniFLOW Dashboard. Confirm that your email is the same you logged in with, and take note of the PIN. Your PIN is private to you, and it's how you'll access your account upon physically reaching a printer. Press the 3 dots and Show PIN Code button to reveal your private access PIN. That is the end of the desktop/Promethean section. Please continue watching to learn how to select and identify UniFLOW as a printing destination on either Chromebook or desktop. On either a Chromebook or desktop computer, please proceed to any program where you'd like to print. For this example, I'll be using Google Docs for a Chromebook and Microsoft Word for a desktop computer. On the Chromebook, you may not first see any UniFLOW option. If this is the case, click the Find Destination button to locate Chrome UniFLOW Online. Pressing Print will add this to your UniFLOW Google printing queue. On a desktop, you will see all the available printers, one of which should be UniFLOW Secure Print. Pressing Print will add this to your UniFLOW Microsoft printing queue. If you'd like more printing options such as double-sided printing, color printing, staples, and more, please refer to the chapter called Printing Specifications. Continue watching to learn how to log into UniFLOW on a supported printer. This section will go over how to log in to a UniFLOW supported printer. If you'd like to find out the locations of all the UniFLOW supported printers in the school district, please follow the next chapter, Printing Locations. When first arriving at a UniFLOW supported printer, you'll be greeted with this screen here. To access your printer queue, you have to log in with your PIN from the UniFLOW dashboard. Keep in mind you have two separate pins, one for Google, one for Microsoft. If you printed via Chromebook, it's very likely your Google pin. If you printed from a desktop, it's very likely your Microsoft pin. Press this to input your pin. Enter your pin on this keypad, then press Login. Now back on the home screen, select Secure Print. This will show your UniFLOW printing queue. If you want simple printing, select the desired file and press Print, and the document will print. After finishing with your printing, press the Log Out button in the top right corner. If you miss this, there's no worry, as it automatically logs you out after a couple minutes with no activity. If you'd like more specifics about printing, like options, color printing, adding files to the queue, or adding something from Google Drive, please follow the next section, Printing Information. In this section, I will showcase where each UniFLOW printer is on a map of each school. Note that this information is accurate as of February 19th, 2025, but more UniFLOW printers will likely arrive in each passing year. Our printing locations may change. On the map, you'll see which printers have color printing available. Starting at Sharon, there are 7 UniFLOW printers. Their locations are as follows: the Media Center, A Hall Faculty Lounge, Nurse's Office, Main Office, 2 in the A Hall Copier Room, and the F Hall Faculty Lounge. Now at Pond, there are 7 UniFLOW printers. First, the preschool wing. Their locations are as follows: Main Office, Faculty Lounge, and Nurse's Office. For the main wing, their locations are as follows: the Media Center, the Media Center Copier Room, E Hall Copier Room, and the Main Office. Finally, at the high school, there are 6 UniFLOW printers. Their locations are as follows: Commons Faculty Lounge, 2 in the Media Center, Main Office, Board of Ed Copier Room, and the second floor B Hall Faculty Lounge. This is a notice to students and staff of PRMS and RHS. If you don't wish to mess with any aspect of UniFLOW, pins, or queues, you may log into the computers of your respective media centers and print directly to the nearby printers. Do note that you will not be able to print in color at Pond with this method. At the high school, you must select RHS MC Copier 2 to have color printing. This section will be going over how to get the most out of your printing, informing you how to enable double-sided printing, color printing, printing with staples, hole punches, and specifying how many copies. Before beginning, I should mention you can do these settings in advance before you press the print button with the More Settings option on either a Chromebook or desktop, or you can do all these specifications on the printer itself, even if you want to change an aspect, like more copies or switching from black and white to color printing. Let's run through an example of utilizing both ways effectively. Let's say I'm a student at RHS, and I want to print a couple copies of this history report, double-sided, hole-punched, and stapled. On my Chromebook, I specify that I want 5 black and white copies, double-sided. I press print, and then I head to the Media Center. Once I arrive at a copier, I put in my Google UniFLOW pin, press Secure Print, and see my file in the printing queue. I'll select the file, and now press Options. Now I can edit what I actually want. I enable hole punches and staples. Small problem, I just realized I need 7 copies instead. And also I need it in color so my pictures can actually look good. Thankfully I'm already on copier 2, so I can simply enable color printing like this, and up my copy count to 7. After setting everything up, I press print, and everything comes out exactly as I specified. I log out of the printer and return to class. I hope this example was helpful in showcasing how customizable each print can be, as well as how easily you're able to change things on the fly. This section will very briefly go over the basics of scanning, copying, and stapling. This is not my area of expertise, so I'm unaware of the full depth of any of these mechanics, as I've mainly focused on printing for the subject of this video. For scanning, log in as you typically would on the printer. Either pin will do. Click on the Scan button and insert your paper in the top rack. This will initiate a green light and printer movement. You can also open up the top to scan manually. From here, you can select the destination of your scanned paper. Note that the email it will send to is linked to whatever PIN you've entered upon logging in. I personally received an email from my Google account because I put in my Google PIN, giving me a PDF of my scanned document. For setting up Google Drive and OneDrive, refer to the next section, Printing via the Printer. For copying, no login is required. You may once again feed papers through the top or open it manually. From here, you have many options that I'm unfamiliar with. This is likely going to make sense to frequent copiers, but all features can be accessed with this More Options button. As for stapling, no login is required. You don't even have to use the interface at all. Simply line up your papers with this slit here in the printer, wait for the staple button to turn green, press it, and your papers will be stapled together. This section will go over how to print from the printer without having to use a Chromebook or personal computer to press the print button on any document that's also on your Google Drive or OneDrive. This is going to be a little complicated, so I'll streamline as much as I'm able. Following this guide will allow you to set up both of your two UniFLOW accounts to be able to print from Google Drive and OneDrive, providing intended overlap for ease in the future. Students should only follow the instructions relating to their Google account. On a Chromebook or PC, we'll open a browser and navigate to the UniFLOW Dashboard of robbinsville.us.uniflowonline.com. The link will also be in the description. Take note of which account you're logged into. We'll be logging into both. In the description, you'll find links labeled Printing via Printer links. Click on each link to authorize Google Drive and authorize OneDrive. We've just allowed access to print via OneDrive and Google Drive for our first UniFLOW account. Now we'll log into our second account to do the same. Return to the UniFLOW dashboard, navigate to the top right corner, and log out. You should now log into the opposite account of what you were just logged into. If you were in Google, log into Microsoft, and vice versa. Now once again, navigate to the description to use the same links and authorize OneDrive and Google Drive once again. Now, both of your UniFLOW accounts can access printing via OneDrive and Google Drive. I would now suggest once again returning to the UniFLOW dashboard, logging out, and logging back into your original account so everything has returned to normal. Now, you may head to a printer and attempt printing via this method. Log in using either PIN, press Secure Print, and now select the Cloud button. You may now navigate through your files on your OneDrive or Google Drive. Select a file, press Print to add it to your printing queue, and proceed as you typically would for any normal print job. This section will go over printing via file and email, and can be done on any device by anybody. On your Chromebook or desktop, navigate to the UniFLOW Dashboard page. The link is in the description. On the left sidebar, select Start Printing. A new section will open with a box of which you may drag and drop files into. You can also press Browse to open your File Explorer. Feel free to add files like PDFs, Word documents, or photos. Anything you drag into that box will be added to your UniFLOW printer queue, which can also be checked on the dashboard's main page. If the queue is not there, press this Add Widget button and My Queue to see it. You may also delete things you no longer want in your printer queue from this dashboard. Another way to add files to your queue is to email files as an attachment to the address mobileprint@robbinsville.us.uniflowonline.com, which can also be found in the description. Keep in mind, if you email it using your Google account, it'll be added to your Google UniFLOW printing queue, and vice versa for Microsoft. Okay, that is the end for all matters of printing via UniFLOW. Hope after watching all that you've gained a lot of insight to how our new printing process works, and how convenient it can be once you fully understand it. That being said, with a new technology coming around, there's sure to be lots of issues springing up. So this entire next section is dedicated to troubleshooting issues you may find while trying to print via UniFLOW. If files aren't appearing in your printer queue, The first bit of advice I can give you is to attempt both UniFLOW pins. Your pin for each account is always easily accessible to check. Simply navigate to the UniFLOW Dashboard at robbinsville.us.uniflowonline.com or check the link in the description. Note which account you're logged into and write the pin for that account. Log out of the dashboard and then log in once again under your other account, and note down that pin as well. With both pins noted down, if your printer queue is still empty after attempting both pins, please submit a tech ticket. This is a fix for more complicated login issues via the UniFLOW extension. First of all, if the UniFLOW icon has a red exclamation mark like this, click here to re-sign in and resync UniFLOW to your device. This can occur from time to time. If UniFLOW is still providing problems with login across devices and whatnot, try navigating to the UniFLOW dashboard at robbinsville.us.uniflowonline.com, link is also in the description, and following the side panel until you reach Extensions. Click on Connected Apps, Review Connected Apps, and press the red Revoke All Apps button. Upon doing this, log out of UniFLOW and log back in. This can help resync the device in which you're trying to use UniFLOW. If nothing at all seems to be working with UniFLOW, then it might be having a system outage. We can check by going to this URL, status.uniflowonline.com, which can also be found in the description. If there is an outage, there's not much we can do to fix it, so please proceed with printing to the other copiers and/or using the Media Center manual printing at RHS or PRMS, seen in a chapter in this video. If there isn't an outage, but you still can't do anything related to UniFLOW, please put in a tech ticket. If you're on a Chromebook attempting to find your printer destination, but the screen is continuously searching for over 2 minutes, there is a fix, but only the tech team can accomplish it, so please put in a tech ticket noting that you have the issue of destination stall. Thank you for following along with the full UniFLOW printing tutorial. I know it was a very long one. Of course, if you have any questions or just need some solutions that are not covered in this video, feel free to submit a tech ticket. A tutorial for doing so will be linked in the description. But that's all for this installment of Raven IT. Thank you for watching.